Hey there, sports fans. I'm the RAJMAN, the voice of Singapore sports on radio and on social media. My guest today is a man who began his career as a 17-year-old when he started to represent the Republic of Ireland in pro wrestling, and then he went on to compete across the United Kingdom as well as the United States, and then he made a big name for himself in the land of the rising sun, of course, referring to Japan. And right now, as of in the last 3 years, he has become a global sensation with the WWE. My guest is the man known as the Demon King. He is the WWE's very first Universal Champion, Finn Balor. Finn?
Wow, what an introduction.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back to
I
the
don't
Lion.
think I can live up to the hype.
No, you've done all of that and more. Welcome back to the Lion City.
Thank you very much.
It's
good to be back.
You're just fresh, 5 days off, from that brutal, fatal 5-way match at Extreme Rules. How would you account for that performance?
Fatal 5-way Extreme Rules, you can't really prepare for it. Anything is likely to happen, and as everyone's seen, I thought I had a match won. I hit the finisher on Roman Reigns, but Joe, credit to Joe, capitalized on an opening, won the match, and goes on to face Brock Lesnar. Great balls of fire. So credit to Joe. Obviously unfortunate for me, but I'll live to fight another day.
Well, 24 hours after the fatal the pay-per-view,
yeah.
You were missing on Raw. I guess the WWE Universe were wondering, where's Finn Balor? Everybody else was there. Where's Finn?
I was actually there in the back, and after the show went off the air, I did actually get a little bit of retribution on Bray Wyatt and Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
It wasn't on television, obviously, but don't worry, I was in the building. Body's feeling good. I'm 100%, and I'll be back soon.
Okay. Now, so the stage is set for the next Raw pay-per-view. Great Balls of Fire. It's coming up in July. We probably will see the Beast, Brock Lesnar, face off against Samoa Joe, the #1 contender.
Yeah.
For you personally, is it still about reclaiming the Universal title, or is it bigger than that? By that I mean, is it about you proving to yourself that you can stand in the same ring, one-on-one, and face the Beast?
Well, I don't have to prove it to myself, because I already know that I can stand in the ring against the Beast. Maybe some people question the fact that the Beast is this huge monster, untouchable monster, but I think that's just an image he's created with the help of Paul Heyman. But he's just a man, and so am I. And everyone's got weaknesses, and I'm sure Brock Lesnar's got weaknesses, and maybe Brock Lesnar's biggest weakness is that he underestimates Finn Balor. So when I get my opportunity, and I will, I'm going to capitalize.
Sweet. Now there's been a great deal of speculation surrounding your Demon King persona. We've not seen it of late, so do you know when we'll see that alter ego, that dark side of yours re-emerge again?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. That dark side of my personality, that alter ego, is something that is not something I can draw on all the time. It takes a lot out of me personally, physically, mentally, emotionally, and it really has to be drawn out of me under a certain set of circumstances. Those circumstances haven't came to fruition yet, but I'm sure going forward in the future, if someone wants to press my buttons a little too much, they're going to be greeted with maybe not this smiling face, but maybe a Demon King.
Riding on that same question, so which of the two do you actually prefer? Coming out as the Demon King with the war paint and crawling on the ground, or is it the new gimmick with the Balor Club and the cool jacket?
That's a cool jacket. Thank you very much, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, for me they're 50-50, and I have the same amount of confidence when I'm the Demon King as I do right now. So there's no kind of preference for me. It just really depends on the day of what way I'm feeling. But right now I'm feeling pretty cool, and I just pop my collar like this, come out as Balor Club.
Exactly.
Piece of cake.
Nice. And you're coming to almost the completion of 3 years in the WWE.
Yeah.
You began your journey as a 17-year-old, competed across the world.
Yeah.
Now at the age of 35, do you think you're already at the peak of your pro wrestling career?
You know what, people tell me all the time, they say, you know, you're getting on a little bit. But I always say, you know, man, this year's been so good, there's no way I can top this year. This has to be the top of my career. Everything else has got to go downhill.
Right.
I said that in 2008.
Oh,
It went up. I said it in 2009. It went up. 2010. It went up. 13, 14, 15, 16. I became the first Universal Champion. 2017. It's 2017.
Yeah.
Champion. Right? But regardless, every year, despite how well I seem to have done, everything keeps getting better. And I don't think it's going to slow down. I think I'm just getting started.
I'm sure your future is a long road ahead, a very bright one indeed. On a side note,
Yeah.
what's the deal with Enzo and Kez? I mean, why is it
Yes.
they've suffered a personal attacks 3 times already. Nobody seems to know who's doing what.
Yeah, I think they need to get some personal security maybe at this stage. You know, it's 3 weeks in a row now. Yeah. Enzo twice,
And
Cass
Kez,
once.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's something fishy going on backstage, but not guilty. Definitely got nothing to do with me. Enzo and Cass are 2 good buddies of mine. So.
Yeah, I think they need to get the security from JBL and Ron Simpson. Ron Simmons. But for you personally, exactly.
Yeah.
The APA.
Yeah, or maybe J&J security.
Oh.
Even better, right?
Yeah. Who's your best friend in the Raw roster as when you guys travel around the world?
Well, actually, we were just talking about him. Big Cass is probably one of my best friends. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously, I'm a little bit upset about what happened on Raw last week.
Yeah.
But he's a big, strong fella, and he'll come back from that, no problem.
Okay. Talking about strong fellas, your fellow Brit, Sheamus,
Irishman.
is a hardcore Liverpool fan, just like myself.
Yeah.
You support Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League.
I do.
How do you feel about Spurs having finished second in the league and Harry Kane finishing as the top scorer?
Yeah, unbelievable achievement for Harry, especially having missed, I think, 9 games, maybe, was it?
Yeah.
Through injury. So, unfortunate to finish second, but honestly, if you had told me at the beginning of the season that Tottenham would finish second next to Chelsea, I would have taken that. So, under the circumstances at the end of the season, there was a couple of hiccups that didn't. Situations didn't really go our way, but second is still a great achievement in my opinion in a strong Premier League. So,
especially finishing above the Gunners more than 2 decades, I think.
Yeah.
Final question from me. You're coming back to the Lion City on June 28th. It's your second time at the Singapore Indoor Stadium.
Yeah.
But this time round, you're going up against your former teammates in Gallows and Anderson. It's a handicap match.
It is.
From what I understand.
Oh my God.
From what I understand.
I just found out live. Yeah.
I'm sure I saw that on the Twitter account. It says it's a handicap match.
No problem. I like those odds. The odds have been stacked against me my whole career, and that's just the way I like it. So handicap match,
Right.
bring it on.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a handicap match, right? I think it's a handicap. It is. Yeah. Okay. We're just checking with the WWE management. Okay. On that note, Finn, it's been an absolute pleasure. And we'll see you back in 2 weeks at the Singapore Indoor Stadium. Just before you go, do you want to give a shout out to the Tottenham Hotspur fans in Singapore and get them to come down and support? Because we know the WWE Universe in Singapore will be there at the indoor stadium. So do you want to say a quick word to the Spurs fans?
Yeah, obviously I've been a Spurs fan my whole life. My brother's a Spurs fan. I've been to the Lane many times with my brother and my dad. I've been to the Brooklyn Spurs. I've been to the Orlando Spurs, and I would really love for the Singapore Tottenham Hotspur fan club to make their way down to the show and come support.